Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Pike, joined by Warpcast, the man with the golden heart. We are here doing the second Stream Slam. Thank you for waiting on that beautifully short break, because admin, aka Cutie, crushing it in the backline, doing an awesome job keeping these games. We're ready to go. I think we can start these cool cats off. Hopefully my bot is going to get that thing happening, because there it is already started. I'm pretty sure, and we can see the teams are already lined up, ready to schniz out. Warp, we got some weird things coming in. There's another Hex Tech chest. It's a different player. They've just shared their name.
Lovely, another Hex Tech chest. I mean, anonymity is one of the joys of League of Legends. I think we all know that. Who needs a name to compete? Interesting bands coming out so far. Again, one of the things I think we've always said this in our previous heydays of casting as well, but especially at this level of the competition, comfort is one of those things that you can't put a win rate on comfort.
Yes.
And it's one of those things that I'm expecting to see some whack things come out in the next couple of games. For that exact reason, like we saw last game, just someone's like, hey, I just randomly have 10 million mastery on Shyvana. I guess I'm going to play Shyvana every game.
We thought it would be banned. That's the difference. But again,
well, yeah,
we expect a lot of things. And guys, don't forget there is a prediction in chat if you want to see who's going to win this game. It is, in fact, the Bardie Beach Bums, which is BBB, or the Kiwi Crit Chasers, which is KCC, which is going to be a fun one. But we got Lulu being picked up, Jinx Milio. I like that Jinx Milio, honestly. It's 11.6% pick rate. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been Jarvan.
Jarvan, J4, that is tight nips if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother asking. We've all seen them. Yeah, J4, one of those champions that's just makes every team fun, I think. Just Cataclysm's just one of those staple teamfight ultimates. If you chuck an Aphelios in there, never mind, they're going to chuck the Ashen instead.
I think Ashe is way better.
I was waiting for the Infernum cookout, but we weren't invited.
Nah.
Instead, we're being told to chill out.
No, it's because Nikoya again is on OTP. He's in chat right now. That's Kale, and he's just like, "Oh, you doing it for me?" No, he never would. Skibbity cat or in mid ganks, we can do it. We can skibbity cat all the way through if we feel like it. But okay, Udyr. Oh dear.
I love Udyr.
It's such a good champion.
I love Udyr.
So strong.
He's just fun, and I mean he's also potentially just runs rampant if you get him in the right gameplay and right build path. Just absolutely decimates people when built correctly. And I mean you chuck a Jinx, Jinx Melio in there. You've got cleanse removal. You've got long range DPS. You've got Udyr in your face. He's also he's not someone you want to get locked in a Cataclysm with either. So that makes the Cataclysm just that little bit unsafer as well. So we'll have to see if they're able to make use of it, but I like the pick so far.
I like it. I think that the getting rid of the Orianna here too as we enter into second ban phase is nice, because if you do get the Orianna with the J4, that's so strong. So that's a good staple duo jungle mid. I think it's nice. Wukong as well, again, very similar. But the Malzahar ban as well, I think they're looking at comforts. Envy is known as a very good I've forgotten the name of the champ. Malzahar player, very, very capable on it, but he can play anything. He's been playing a lot of like the Tristana's mid. He's been playing a lot of like AD, like range. He's pretty happy with and pretty comfortable on a lot. So I'm not too worried about him, but we haven't seen his picks yet, as Tenka is going to be locking in for red side. Bardie Beach Bums. What do you think they'd like to pick up? What would pair well with this?
I mean, Swain is definitely an option. I mean, it's one of those staple. I mean, we're looking at what they're building. You've got a combination of damage, but they're also looking to be pretty beefy. They want to survive. They want to live through the damage. Realistically, they want to live through the Cataclysm. Yas is not a bad option here. With you chuck the Cataclysm in, you then hugify the Jarvan. You get a Yasuo just dashing in off everyone. I mean, it is peak. It is cinema.
Oh, but the Corki. Oh, wait.
Times it is.
Who did Jishi just insta-lock? Mordekaiser?
Mordekaiser, okay.
Serious?
They were missing a little bit of AP damage, but apparently Mordekaiser was the GOAT. Corki obviously doing a bit of hybrid damage there is nice for them as well. Spreads their total numbers out a little bit more evenly.
Yeah.
I do worry a little bit though. The Beach Bums do have a fair bit of like resistance on their side, and they're also just got fairly hefty just numbers. You chuck an Olaf in, like, outside of Cataclysm, there's nothing you can do to stop something like Olaf here.
Yeah.
Even if you chuck Udia down that more tanky AP route, Armax, you've got good AD damage, good AP damage, good tank, cleansing. This is a rough team to face if you're the crit chasers. But we'll have to see if they can make their team comp work. They've got the DPS, they've got the combos. Is it going to be enough to actually take down the Beach Bums? We're going to have to find out.
Reigning champions, though, Warp, we have to see. But again, it's a new lineup. Couple recent players still on it. Big one is King Cat 2. We know they've been around. I think it's really fun, though. I'm trying to get new players in every Stream Slam 2. But I love that we've got old players coming in, like OG, like first Stream Slam ever. They're like, yeah, I'll come and play some. And they're having a blast. There's a couple of them in chat as well. They've been living good. But Envy, big one. Hand 2 is an original. Shuri as well. It's an OG. Kato is a mod. We've actually got 2 mods on the same team. That's confusing. I wanted them to verse each other because they had so much beef in the first one. It was so good. But Stream Slam is kicking off. We got the 3-minute timer now, Warp. Predictions. Who's winning this game? Is it Bardie Beach Bums or the Crit Chasers?
I think early on we're going to see the Kiwi Crit Chasers being proactive. They've got that Jarvan. They've got the slows coming in from English. They've got Polymorph. I think they're going to take the early advantage. But I think we're going to see the Beach Bums, as they get some more items in their back pocket, as they start to scale up a little bit more, they're going to really start to put the hurt in the Crit Chasers. And at the end of the day, I think it's going to be too much. I think the Beach Bums are going to run away with it. I
think with the Jinx as well, Jinx Milio, you already got a rapid fire cannon inbuilt into Milio's kit for Jinx. That's such a big part. But at the same time, Udyr, you have so many different build paths. Would you go like the tank? Or would you go? You could even go AP. You could go lethality.
Yeah, you're gonna go that tanky like AP hybrid damage. So you can just sit in Cataclysm and burn anything that's in there. Also just being unkillable yourself.
Oh my god!
It just means that you cannot be engaged on, and it's great.
I'm a big fan. At mid-ganks only, if you'd like to join the next Stream Slam, we will be opening up the rosters very soon, so you can sign up to join. Just waiting on the link. I think I have one, so I might just make that happen in the little intermission. Warp, what a perfect segue. Let's go to a quick break as we're getting ready for the next game. Guys, stick around. It's going to be in just about 2 minutes' time, pending how this bot wants to react with everything that I tell it to do. First one was a shellacking. Second one, hoping won't be. Stick around. We'll be right back, guys. Game number 2, Bardie Beach Bums versus the Kiwi Crit Chasers. Me and Warp will bring it to you in just a sec. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Pike, your host, joining you for another cheeky Stream Slam game number 2. Let's get this one poppin', Warp, because it's looking fierce. So we said if. I said if, Nikoya, purely because I promised Warp we would definitely do 3 games. I've also got to do LCP co-stream tonight, and I don't want to burn myself out hectically. So, Warp, if you're down, would you be keen for maybe a second and a third finals match?
I would not ask of
I'm down for whatever you want to throw at me, to be perfectly honest. So you throw whatever's there, and we'll see what sticks.
He says I can throw anything, guys. Much like the 100 men versus 1 gorilla, I'm gonna be throwing poop.
And we'll be ready for it. like the 100 men.
Just like QUT days, I'd throw the most nonsense stuff at you, and you'd just be up there going like, "What?"
I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah. The confusion was palpable. But no, okay. Game 2, whole new set of teams, brand new players. Budget Pokimane is a name you might remember though, Warp, from the Pathfinder days.
Yeah, I think the league, the QT days are such a distant memory of mine. I've been there for so long, it's all blurred together. What this will be like coming into my eighth year with QT.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's all a blur at this point.
Yeah, everyone's the same. Everyone looks the same. They're all the same person. It's always an ex-pro. It's fine. But no, again, we've got some good players here. Let's have a quick look at these names and just see what we sort of like about it. So we got Shuri, Hand2, Envious of Me. We got Kato and 6Jishi. I believe the Kiwi Crit Chasers might be the most Giga Chad team we have. Just because, one, it's got 2 mods, plus most of them have some form of like experience. And look at Envious of Me absolutely smacking Meddling Maniac in the mid lane.
I mean, yeah, he's put in that turret to good use and is just war criming it in the mid lane, chucking the ignite down, you know, disregarding everything, and just burning through that Swain. And again, that's kind of what we expect early from a champion like Corki. But as that, you know, as the game starts to build up, as Swain starts to get that little bit tankier, it's a little bit, they're a little harder to victimize.
I've been a victim before too. It's pretty rough, so we'll have to see how that's going to look, and hopefully we can inflict that on someone else, because actually no, we don't want that. That's fine.
It's gonna be Jinx and Melio gonna get taken out back, and they're gonna have to be the ones dealing with the Corki rockets.
And victimized.
Yeah.
But let's look at the other team as well, though. We got Hextech Chest in the top lane. We also got a Sneaky King Cat, or which we're gonna, I believe that's what we were referring to before. What was the word? Chat. What was the word you guys like me calling King Cat? That King Cat doesn't like being called. Because we will call them that if you just remind me. I just need you in chat to tell me what that is. But also at the same time, Meddling Maniac, Tenka, and Budget Pokemon too. Skibbity Cat. Yeah, that's it. We got to call them Skibbity Cat the whole time. So it's no longer King Cat. It's Skibbity Cat. Oh, Flag and Drag hits. No flash available for Meddling Maniac. Could be caught out early, and First Blood looks really nice on a J4.
Yeah, I mean, it was predetermined. It was written in the stars. Like we said, KCC, they're going to be able to go for those early aggressive flag and drag plays with the base damage that Corki provides. I mean, it is just kickings for them at this point. Their challenge is going to be making sure they take this lead, hold it, press that advantage, and take, you know, extend it to before BBB can kind of build themselves up. And we're starting to see them doing that, so that's great starts for KCC.
I think I actually like the Ashe Lulu combo as well, because you got really good range. Yes, the Melio Jinx will pop off later, but I think early you get punished so hard for those slows. You do struggle just a little bit, so I'm hoping we can see a little bit more from Kato, a little bit more from 6Jish to push that advantage too, be able to contest a little bit more and sort of deny this Jinx any chance to come into the game to really contest this Corki.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to be on to Melio here. It's really going to be on their shoulders on Budget Pokemon to make sure that they're landing that kick really effectively on that J4, maybe on the Corki Harrier trying to fly in. They just need to be really careful that they're, you know, getting rid of them when those engages go down. Because otherwise, I mean, Jinx, unless they're excited, not known for being the most mobile ADC to get out of a pinch. So they're going to need that assistance when the Jarvan come and knock.
Oh, actually, really nice chompers into the knockback from Budget Pokemon. They are landing some combos. Kato, no health, no mana. But again, that's an early drag for Udyr. Skibbity Cat is very happy with this one.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be real happy to pick that up for themselves nice and early. Again, it's all about getting that early advantage rolling for BBB. The earlier they can get these things under their belt, the earlier they can start to really put the hurt on KCC. And, I mean, I am surprised that we didn't see KCC put a little more emphasis on that dragon and making sure that they were there, you know, trying to stop that that pressure down bot side. We are seeing the bounce back, obviously. Jarvan was resetting at the time, but is going to lose away his romp on his
chickens.
There. So yeah, chickens, raptors. I still call them wraiths every once in a while because of like old school they were ghosts.
Oh, Tenka missing the cannon is devastating, and I'll do a Nicoya there who loves to highlight when people miss cannons for me. We still do that to this day. It's fantastic. But still, okay, nice and early. Like, we talked about this Udyr getting online as early as possible. Meddling Maniac just blasted again. I want to look at what could this J4 do. Yes, we got the early kill. We got the 1 kill on the board. You got the slight gold lead there. Do they need to prioritize these grubs in a minute?
I mean, now that the grubs are a single-use kind of objective, it definitely puts a little more of an onus on them. You can't just sack the first set, double up on the next one, and just try and split it. You do need to get them, and especially now that they're feat of strength as well, that is really valuable for a team. So KCC, I think, should be putting a fair bit of pressure on it. You've got Mordekaiser up top side. Bring that Corki up. Corki's already quite strong. You're pushing the mid lane in.
Oh my god.
They're actually going to go down. So yeah, 100%. Turn your attention towards those grubs and start trying to put the hurt on BBB. You know, more than you are already, and try and choke them out before they even get a chance.
God damn, but you can also see as well, I think Olaf actually did a sneaky try to go in the backside, but Hextech Chest is walking back up. Shuri is very low, and I feel like these grubs, yes, 15 seconds on the clock. You can see already Jishi's walking up to prioritize, get a polymorph op, can stop King Cat in their tracks. Red buff not secured, but Hextech just pushing the advantage. They don't know that he's there. Flag and drag hits, but no! The huge Ragnarok is good. Here goes the absolute Cataclysm that's going to keep them in lockdown. Hand 2 is strong, but not strong enough. As you can see, they're trying to lock them out. Shuri is so low. Mega Death Rocket just goes sideways. Shuri's low as well. There's an Ash Arrow as well, just joining the fight, but Hextech just decimating this fight. Budget Pokemon and Meddling Maniac joining this fight, dominating.
No, nothing is a more accurate representation of playing with bot laners than 2 crosswind skill shots ripping completely while they duke it out in the bot lane on the other side of the map from the objectives. That is how bot laners should be playing. As we do see, obviously, BBB able to confirm those void grubs for themselves, and that's really nice for them to be able to pick up. Obviously, we see KCC's got that early advantage in the mid lane. Ash is also just kind of running Jinx down, and they will just win this early fight. Yeah,
got the vision on. The barrier's been popped early. Second barrier is there for Kato, who's just sliding and gliding as best they can, but they were tanking away too.
Oh no, never mind. I didn't see I can't see the thing extremely well. I didn't see the BF sword in Jinx's inventory. Never mind. That was dangerous.
I wish I could show you more. It's all in this. I apologize. I'll have to figure out a better way to do this warp.
I'm tabbing between the stream and the Discord so that I can get a big view of the items.
True. Actually, that's smart as. I didn't think about that. I will figure out a better way to do it for you. I think I'll figure it out. There's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. And Pike always finds a way. Wait, Mega Death Rocket? Slide sideways. No chance.
They're just like me. Missing cannons and on ultis. Yeah, BBB, they're putting themselves in a really nice spot here. At least getting started. I mean, obviously, we're looking at the mid lane. Meddling Maniac is getting punished pretty hard. They're missing out on a fair bit of CS there. They're getting punished by the Corki. But, again, that's kind of to be expected. Once we get that roller and, you know, the ride eyes and start getting those items under the belt, they're going to be a little bit harder to kill. That being said, an accelerated Corki is a really, really hurtful Corki. And they're going to be looking to get themselves, you know, as far ahead as they can, as early as they can.
Yeah. Nah, that's just got to be the way it has to be, right? Like, they need to be able to put that pressure on. Getting hooked by Meddling Maniac is not ideal, but taking these tower plates is going to be so vital to maintaining a strong CS lead too, and just keeping that gold really chunked up. I wonder if I have access to it. If I close this, move this over here. Hold on. I'm a cool guy, right? I'm a cool guy. You ready? You want to see something sick? Oh boy.
Damn.
That is real nice. We can see the gold lead already feeling so strong, but coming ever closer. Got to be a little bit nervous about that too, and really sort of think, what is this going to look like in a little bit? Right, click on your OBS output preview, project full screen, then screen share that to warp might work. You know what? I'm not that smart, but maybe I'll do that afterwards. Can you send that to me in a DM? But a Dragon Pig picked up.
Yeah, cheeky Dragon being picked up, cheeky Goldgraph being seen, and you know, unfortunately, KCC did have a steeper fall off than the US economy, but they're trying to pull it back. So we'll see how if they're able to make it work.
We'll have to wait and see. Who knows? But dragons being secured is always nice. I can't see half of my game with this thing on my screen. So I'm going to... Oh, I can move it there. Brilliant. I can see a little bit more, and we can still make it work. Excellent. But now there's a fight brewing in this bot lane. The flash goes forward. Skibbity Cat wants it, but that's a nice wild growth coming out. The Polymorph is even better wild. That's a big, absolute, massive as the flex, the huge corruption. It's just too much. King Cat is holding on, but does get taken out. The feat of warfare is beautiful. Tinker wants to do the damage, gets excited though, gets polymorphed a second time. 2-in-1 fight is unseen, unheard of, and now that's the flash over the wall. And look at Envious clean-up crew. That's what the Rocket Man said. One more rocket will do it, and Envy with a double kill is absolutely smashing.
Yeah, really cheeky roam down there from the Corki. I do wonder, though, in that fight, if Melio stuck around a little bit longer with Ashe there when they got excited. Could that maybe have gone a little differently? I think they still would have died to the Corki, but could they maybe have picked up an extra kill for themselves? We'll never know at this point, as it was KCC to pick up the kills for themselves. KCC, with a small gold advantage going their way, they're starting to get those objectives under the belt, and I mean, we're going to see them start trying to pull that back and keep that momentum going, because I mean, they do have the team to make this work, as we see Envious of Me doing so much damage. Hantu going on those roams, being everywhere they need to be all at the right time. It's just going to be, can they get the damage, and can they get the global presence that they need to take down the beef that is BBB. That's what the B stands for, it's beef.
Big, I thought it was Bardie Beach Bums.
I thought it was beef, but I could be mistaken.
Beef. Oh, wait. Hunter could be in the wrong place, wrong time. Flag and drag just to avoid Hexus, but he is running at them. No Ragnarok to be used, but again, nice to get a bit of pressure. 3v3 the top side. There was a Mega Death Rocket as well sent upwards, but doesn't really hit its mark. I feel like it is that ticking time bomb, though, right, that you talked about, is if you just let them sit, Jinx is going to get massive. Swain is going to get massive. Olaf is going to be nigh unkillable in like a 1v1, even a 1v2 situation. You have to be so careful as Shuri has to flash early just to get out of dodge.
Yeah, flash down early. I mean, the biggest problem with this Jinx combo is it's like, yes, Ashe is going to be able to get that fork. It's going to be able to stop doing a fair bit of percent health damage. But they need the attack speed behind it, and they need the extra little bit of damage behind it. When a Jinx gets going with the base damage that they have, they will just ripstick your team. And again, KCC has, they have the Hugify, they have the shielding, but outside of maybe Jarvan and Maud, they don't have a whole lot of beef behind them. So they're going to go down pretty quickly if this Jinx does get excited and does start pumping those rockets through, let alone the Olaf, the Swain, everything else on their team. So it is a concern I'm seeing with this build, is with this team comp, is KCC can do a fair bit of damage, but they can't receive it quite as efficient.
I think the big side of that though is what if, hypothetically, Maud says, that's fine, I'm going to take you into Brazil and get this tanker out of the game, take Jinx out of this team fight, let this Ashe, let Kato do what they need to do and just try and chunk them down. And if Jinx is in a 5v5 situation, Maud can probably die in that, as long as they get them low enough that when the rest of the team's finished cleaning up, they can go hard again and reset. So I was like, I think that is a bit of a win con for this side, for the KCC, is they know, okay, if we just push that advantage, we say take the Jinx out of this fight, they can't get the resets, they won't be able to do as much.
There's one problem with that idea though, and that's that, take Jinx out of the equation. How do you manage the Olaf sprinting at your backline along with the Swain that can't die, supported by the Melio?
Yeah.
Plus it's dealing with one problem, but you're now in a 4v4, and can your 4 beat the 4 you're left with? Like, in what combination of that equation do you end up with a winning 4v4? That's really the problem that KCC's got to look for. Who can they take away that gives them the best chance of survival? I don't even think Jinx is that person. Because again, Jinx, if they get caught with that arrow, go down. They can't escape the Cataclysm. So they're actually one of the more susceptible members of BBB, and that's the scary part.
Well, you can see they've already started up. The TP is coming in. Ward wants to join this fight. Straight onto some chompers. Get the pull back. Now, a bunch of Pokemon is in there, but the Shadow Realm is used on King Cat. They want to commit to the Dragon. Crystal Arrow does go out. Kato's trying to kite this one out, but Envious Me, Wild Growth is there. The double flashes. There's a lot going on this fight. Mega Man as the Cataclysm comes down. Is it going to be enough as Jishi's just gone? Kato holding on as look at the triple kill for this Olaf BBB. The Bardie Beach Bums are not bums at all. If anything, they are thriving on this beach. Bunch of Pokemon gets healed regardless. Tanker picks it up. The Dragon's been stolen, and it looks like Kato's going to die for their troubleshooting. That's a clean ace coming out of the Bardie Beach Bums.
I may be rusty, but my prophetic visions seem to be well and truly intact. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what we said was going to happen. We see the Cataclysm go down with an Olaf in it, and the Olaf gets triple kill. Just runs rampant. It's one of those situations where BBB, they're just hard to kill, and that's the real struggle that KCC is going to have to try and find a solution to. They're just tanky, they heal. You've got to really find an equation that works in your favor, because they're going to push this advantage. We see here, they're now looking about a 4k gold lead. That's the second Dragon in the belt. They've got Grubs as well, and it's only going to... Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty.
Yeah, that's a nasty swim. I mean, yeah, it's not where you want to be. That's Dutton-esque will call. It is not a swing you're wanting if you're KCC at this point.
Yeah, look. Cheeky, the 3k gold lead never goes too awry, especially after a dragon fight, picking up all those beautiful objectives. One dragon apiece now, Warp. 18 minutes into the game. The Feats of War have already been secured for blue side, though. They picked up quite a lot, so that is a little bit of a con for them to take further into this next game. Keen to see what they can do with it, because the boots, yes, being updated, I would say they are relatively worth it nowadays, just because the gold that you need for them is so low. Now, Meddling Maniac versus Shuri, it's the 1v1 of the lifetime, but Shuri's just saying, you know what, I'm just going to bail. Time to leave, but the whole team's here now as well. They're trying to dive this one. Hex Tech is there. There's a cat in my face, but it's just gone. The tower's decimated. Shuri, the king of the Death Realm, is not going to survive this one. Death is calling. And now they get a Wild Growth out of mid. It looks like it's a slow but quick burn at the same time for Bardie Beach Bums in this game. They want that title.
I mean, can you even call it a tower dive if they kill the tower first? That was a tower assassination. They got rid of it before it even started, and now we're seeing Shelly being used to project or propel this top side into even more of an advantage. That gives them Baron control, that gives them topside jungle control. It lets them really accentuate their lead as an aggressive skirmishing team. As they're going to get another slam off on tier 3. Olaf might even be able to pick up a tier 3.
Come on, please, Cat. Just sit down. And that is a tier 3 of one Rift Herald. Absolute. That's a slam if ever I've seen it. Taken into the Death Realm, but that is still a very strong Ragnarok Olaf, who's 2 levels up. Not too much healing to speak of. The flash over the wall, trying to survive this one out. But here's Jishi getting a good shield. Trying to pull him back in. Now King Cat saying, let's go for a ride, baby. I'm ready. But tower diving seems a little bit questionable as the Cataclysm comes down. Trying to keep them alive, but Envious of Me is just gone. They're sending 4 members. Hantu as well, not able to hold on. King Cat still feeling fierce. And a nice pickup once again. Drummer boy, my boy, Tommy, coming in. Thank you so much for the sub, brother.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Envious of Me was envious of BBB there, because they were the ones not trapped in their own Cataclysm. As we see the flash away from Udia means that they don't get stuck in the Cataclysm, and it's just a shooting board at that point. Envious is being trapped in there with their teammate, and I mean, yeah, it's not what you want to be. As BBB, they're really pushing that advantage. You know, they're looking at that 4K advantage at the moment. They're just strong. We saw that Olaf almost killing, you know, 2 members of the enemy team by themselves, and more importantly, pulling 2 members away from the rest of their team, splitting that team fight in even more disadvantageously for KCC. And it's going to be really difficult to pull back, but KCC luckily has a team comp that could maybe find that miracle play, but at this point it does feel a little bit like it's going to be that miracle that's going to get them back in.
Warp. So Drummer Boy saying, if I throw in a pike squat or pike push-ups, will Warp join me? Would you do some push-ups?
I'll do some squats.
Squatties?
I don't think I should be doing. If I do a push-up in this jacket, I'm going to be honest, it's going to explode. So some squats. I can make that work for you.
We'll do squatties, drummer. I think that's only fair. We can both do squatties. We do the count at the same time. But we'll do it after the game. I think that's only fair. We do it at the end of the game. Because we got a game to cast. That's the difference.
Got a job here to do.
Yeah, that's right. We're prepping as Arcan has been started. Actually started up by KCC, so they're obviously trying to push this objective as a Megadeth rocket does go out. But now the TP is coming in. Hextech wants to join this fight. They have the gold lead, they have the gold, they have the damage, but Metal Maniac jumps on in with a huge chunk of damage. They just cannot survive this one out. Look at the shredding that Tenka is doing. Now Shuri, even in the Death Realm, turned this fight and could not stay alive. And they are just walking away, tail between legs. They've just gifted over the Arcan. Nothing they could do. And now a dragon.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, beef is accurate. They're just so hard to take down. Even at the end of that fight, their HP bars were looking healthy. As, yeah, they picked themselves up that, I found out it's Thornful Atacon. So they picked up the Thornful Atacon. And the dragon for themselves, and they're just looking to roll with these punches.
Oh, Hantu could be just caught out as King Cat is just so tanky. The Leandres is massive. This gold, we got to check this gold lead right now. Gold graph up. It's pretty rough. That's about a 6K gold lead. Easy at the 20-minute mark. It's not ideal, and they're still walking for more towers. King Cat is massive. Got the Dead Man's Plate, the Leandres 3, 1, and 5. Olaf as well, the Stridebreaker and the Sundered Sky, heading towards that death dance. I think you called it, Warp. I think this game is a little done and dusted. BBB have drafted exceptionally.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate. A lot of the onus for this fight is put onto Corki and Ash. Corki to do the flat damage, Ash to shred the HP bars. But unfortunately, it's a lot of pressure to be put onto, on their two carries when they just don't have the resources quite yet to get behind them. Corki, one of those champions that needs a couple of those items in their back pocket. If you're against another squishy, this Corki is going to hurt. If they catch the Jinx, they're going to hurt. But if it's the Swain, if it's the Udia, they're not quite there. They don't have their LDR. They don't have their Mortal, whatever they want to build next in those items. They're just not at that point yet. Same with Ash. They've got that ball. They're just not on that attack speed yet. They don't have the base damage to make that shred worth it yet. So, if this game goes 40 minutes, KCC might be able to pull it. If it doesn't go 40 minutes, and it's not looking like it's going to go 40 minutes, BBB should just be able to take these objectives, move along with themselves, and realistically just close out the game in a pretty efficient manner at this point.
Yeah. No, I would say so as well. I think Baron coming up in just under a minute, so that seems like the next logical choice because there's no dragon available for at least 2.5. So it really feels like KCC need to slow it down a little bit, try and scale as much as they can, get those items on board. But you can already see the aggression. They're shoving in every single lane and just forcing them out of their own jungle. Hantu has not been farming for a while because look, Hextech is right here, running out, chasing Hantu. Flag and drag just to survive. Trying to turn this around now onto Hex chest. They're jumping forward. Envy is making the Hail Mary play as the Ghost is popped.
Yeah, it's just not going to be the play there, unfortunately. Like, he's just going to be able to get out. He pops Ghost. Great. Like, he got his Ghost, but they're going to get pressure all across the map. You're trying to, you're chasing Ghosts at this point. As we do see Baron finally coming up, we're going to get a reset out of BBB. They're going to head over towards that Baron. They're going to capitalize, take it. So you see KCC already trying to move towards it to try and shut it down, but it's going to be hard for them to do so. It's going to have to be a steal, which, I mean, fingers crossed, adds some drama to the game.
Look, I do love a bit of drama in a game. We've always enjoyed those.
Lovely.
But these are the community games too. You never know what's going to happen. Anything's possible.
Exactly.
We've seen crazy stuff. We've seen already aces. We've seen very close pentas. Who knows?
Yeah.
Again, it comes down to those comfort picks. Goes down to how well they can do it. I feel like Shuri's just been left a little bit off to the side, trying to scale up as much as they can. Rushing the Ryles, in my opinion, probably isn't the right call when you've got an Udi who's already moving so fast. Just a little bit of slow is nice. I feel like you're better off just going full damage, locking them down, burning the living hell out of them.
Yeah, there's a certain level of it where you're just trying to be a nuisance, but additionally, I mean, there's a little bit of anti-synergy there. Well, not anti-synergy, but just kind of conflicting synergy, which is when you're not death roaming someone, like in a team fight, they're probably in the Cataclysm, and they're already trapped. So, like, what's the slow doing at that point?
Yeah.
It's helpful, but is it necessary? Is there a better usage of the gold? Probably. Especially like you said, when you're talking about champions who can't be slowed particularly efficiently, don't really care if they're getting slowed because they're just that quick.
Yeah.
Can hit you from range. I mean, there's a lot of things going on where it's maybe slightly more efficient building would have been available. I wouldn't have even been mad about just picking up an early anti-kill.
Yeah.
And just being like, I'm just going to sit here and just make it hard for you.
Yeah.
Just make it so you're healing low and you're going to beat me, your death stance is less efficient. Your total stance is
Oh, the failed flash. Meddling Maniac, I think, is just gone here. The damage out of Envy is well online. That's a Triforce, that's a Manamune, and the anti-heal you just talked about. I feel like Envy has just been waiting for this moment. They're trading,
I mean, they're going to turn their attention to that dragon, but Baron is available, so BDB might be able to just turn itself towards the Baron instead. See the Ash Arrow coming out, TP going down.
And it looks nice.
Fast enough.
Ash Arrow actually hit the Jinx, so stopping the ability to make any auto attacks denies them the Baron, which is a huge turn. And now it's a 5v4?
Yeah, that's actually kind of scary for BBB. They have to pull off that Baron. And now are we going to see KCC started up? We do see Ukia.
Getting the pick was what this comp
is
wanted. You have to target King
Arrow
Cat,
down.
but the team is on the other side. Shuri trying to lock them down. They do have the Death Realm available, but they need to get it early. But Shuri, I think, is just dead. Shield is good. Look at the CC coming in. There's a big Cataclysm. Is the damage going to be enough? And now King Cat's in the TP's coming back in. Tenka picking up kills. Mega Death Rocket hits Jishi, and it's a beautiful one. It's absolute disaster. Tenka with the triple kill, making a quadra kill, and a huge turn. They could end this game. Bardie Beach Bums are chilling on the beach. They got Coronas. They got everything they need. Get a cigar for Tenka because they are chuffed. A huge turn there, Warp. Huge.
Yeah, I mean, really well played team fight there from Beef. They just did so well there. I mean, beautiful play, Meddling Maniac with a 3-person floor just to seal the fate of KCC at the end of that fight. They just let their team rip stick for the rest of it, and I mean, we just saw why that game comp was going, was so good from the beginning.
From the get-go, Bardie Beach Bums, or as you like to call them, Beef, getting all the stakes they could handle. Absolute shellacking is what that is, because it just felt like they sort of had their number very early on. It was really, really hectic. So, still, we now have our finalists, Warp. We might have a Game 3 series. We can try. We can push for it, but who knows? If we want to try, we might try. What do you think? Like, I want to be realistic. I got LCP at 8. I want to have a bit of a break in between, though. That was the thing. Like, I think, because I've got to do a big series tonight, plus Stream Slam. Should we put it to a vote? What do you think?
To a vote. See what the people want.
It's true. That's actually, we're going to do a best of one because there's a bunch of Kiwis playing, and it's late for them now because they're 2 hours ahead. So guys, we are going to do a best of one. You know what we might do, Warp? Let me just hit you with some ideas. Next Stream Slam, finals will be a best of 3, but we'll start the whole slam earlier. How does that sound? I think that's a fair call.
I think that's a fair call.
I think, again, I was trying to find a good time for people, but I think we do next time. Best of 7 fearless. There's gonna be no champions available. 2 hours ahead, 6-hour difference is wild. That's a lot, Diablo.
It's multiplicative. Yeah, it's rough.
It's a bit too much for some, but okay. My AD carry pool is huge. Yeah, but others isn't. Warp. It was a good game. Before we get into a break, because we do have a little bit of a break, so the team that just played has a bit of a chance to relax and unwind, just to catch their breath. It's going to be like a 5-10-ish minute break, so we'll tell you that. What do you guys think is going to be in the next game? So we did just see Bardie Beach Bums, returning champions. They're going to be versing, who was it? It was the Deep Sea Griefers. That's right.
Yeah, Deep Sea Griefers.
What do you think?
Disgust.
What's going to be the win? Who do you think's going to take it?
I think we're going to see a Jinx.
We will
I
see
think
a
that's a
Jinx.
safe bet. I think that's a safe bet. Honestly, I was really a fan of the Udyr and the Olaf.
Yeah.
I'd love to see another Udyr Olaf. Just that beef, live it up to its name is what I'm looking for. But again, we'll see. Both these teams seem like they're pretty effective at what they do.
They are.
I want to see beef. Let's see if they're gonna bring it.
Triple B are looking spicy, but so are the griefers. They haven't griefed just yet. Guys, stick around. It's going to be about 5-10 minutes, so we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll be in the chat. If you have any questions, hit me up. We're going to get the new Stream Slam link out now, so stay tuned. We're going to open it up for all of you to join in. Warp, I want to see you playing, baby. You got to play for me.
See what I can do.
All right, well, that's a good call. We'll see what he can do. Guys, we'll be right back.